This program has been brought to you by Alpine Bank. Dedication you can count on and experience you can trust. Alpine Bank, member FDIC.
It's part history, part antique store, part collection of years of personal memorabilia. And it's well worth the $5 price of admission. The Aztec Museum in Pioneer Village was established in 1964 to preserve and interpret the history of Aztec New Mexico. Its collection runs the gamut from 19th century furniture in China to reproductions of the town's first church and jail. All the artifacts have been donated by Aztecs residents whose families settled in the lower Animas River Valley in the late 1800s. Durango TV News took a tour with Museum Association President Jimmy Miller to explore all the treasures on display.
Well, Aztecs started in 1880 basically, and it was an agricultural community brought here with water, obviously, the Animas River, and most of the people that came in were farmers and ranchers, and most of them were, just small, young families, and it grew quite rapidly. In fact, by about the turn of the 20th century here, it had a population probably of somewhere approaching 1,000, had Main Street that boasted over 20 commercial establishments, had all the things that small towns do, doctors and grocery stores and blacksmith shops and mercantile outlets, just most anything. Of course, 1905 is a key year in Aztecs history, as it is for the whole area. That was when the Denver and Rio Grande Railroad extended a branch down here to Aztec. And it came to be known, at least unofficially, as the Red Apple Flyer, because there was a lot of fruit production here, and a lot of the apples and other types of seed fruits, pit fruits, were taken to Durango and places north and east of there, and much of it did go into the mining community. The 1950s was a very big year as far as change and transition. It is today, and probably has been for over half a century, based primarily on natural gas and a little bit of oil, but mostly natural gas. The first successful commercial gas well was drilled just outside of Aztec in 1921. But the big boom came in the 1950s. That's when Aztec went from a fairly sleepy little agricultural community to a boom town that grew probably close to fivefold within a matter of a decade. The 1950s saw the population jump from around 1,000 up to about 5,500 by the 1960 census.
The boom lasted more than 40 years, but following the Great Recession of 2008 and the subsequent dive in natural gas prices, San Juan County has lost more than 15,000 residents. The Aztec Museum and Pioneer Village hope to be one of the catalysts for a new tourism economy. In the meantime, the museum has a special exhibit this summer on the 1960s, and the annual Founders Day celebration on September 16th will feature fashion shows, demonstrations, and other activities highlighting the decade that brought the Beatles to America and a man on the moon. Visit the Aztec Museum's website to learn more about operating hours, tours, and special events.